Good morning. It's Saturday morning. It's weigh-in day. Yeah, weigh-in day. Man, not really looking forward to stepping on the scale of the week. But it is what it is. I knew we had a very fun Memorial Day weekend, a movie weekend. It was essentially a Mission Impossible weekend. And we tend to have movie nights in my house, and I like to show my daughter all of the movies that I watched growing up, the funny ones, the sad ones, the inspirational ones, all of the classic stuff, everything I could possibly think that I loved, I showed to her. And I tend to have, we were building up to go on Memorial Day to see the final Mission Impossible movie, which, if you haven't seen it, man, it's a fantastic movie. But you got to see the other 7. I mean, you got to understand who the character is, you got to see the other 7. But at minimum, you got to see the 7th movie in order, because the 7th movie is like the first half of the movie. They are directly connected. You won't understand what's happening in the 8th movie if you don't see the 7th. So at the minimum, you should make sure you see the 7th before going to see the 8th. But Tom Cruise is certainly, in my opinion, the last real actor we're ever going to see. The practicality of his filming, that they are using real scenarios, like in Top Gun, they use real jets. I mean, this goes a long way for a viewing audience to see actual things happening, to know that the actors didn't just spend hours in a room painted green where somebody was using a computer to make the world around them happen. There is a wonderful thing with practical filming, and he is one of the last actors still doing it, and he seems to love it. I mean, a man in his 60s who's doing his own stunts is incredible in itself, and it speaks to 60 can be however you choose it to be, right? It could be walking with a walker, or it can be hanging from an airplane filming a blockbuster movie, right? Either way, the choice is yours. I mean, he could act like any other 60-year-old man and he could still be an actor and be a 60-year-old man and not be hanging from planes. But he does it, and that to me is very impressive. But anyway, so with movie weekends come like a little bit of junk food. I have my staples. I like popcorn, I like Twizzlers, and I like Goobers. I have those whenever we watch a movie, and so I essentially, having it be a movie weekend, I had a consistent flow of those things. So not really looking forward to stepping on the scale today. But, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but it doesn't matter if you're stepping on the scale today or whenever you step on the scale. If it goes down, if it stays the same, if it goes up, everybody has the same thing in common. It's time to get back to work. Whether you're at goal, you have to get back to work. Whether you're not at goal, you have to get back to work. All of it leads to the same thing, getting back to work. And you may step on the scale and you may feel like commiserating. The distance, the amount of time it takes you to go from commiseration to getting back to work is essential thing to concentrate on. If you feel like celebrating today, the amount of time it takes you to go from celebration to getting back to work is something you need to work on. Either way, the process has to be the same. Getting back to work as quickly as possible is what everybody's job is on weigh-in day. Okay? And because the one truth in all of this is, if your work is consistent, the results come eventually. If you cannot say your work is consistent, Now, what's really consistent? Consistent is if you're doing what you need to do with 97% accuracy and 100% effort, and basically you are successful, or you're succeeding the majority of the time at doing it, right? So if you're checking those boxes every single day and you're doing it 97% accuracy, 100% of your effort, you are going to eventually create success. There's 7 days in a week. If you are successful at all of checking the boxes the majority of those days, let's say you are successful at, if there's 21 meals in a week because you eat 3 times a day, and you're successful at tracking 19 of them, that would be 97% accuracy, right? If you fully track 19 of those meals, that would be 97% accuracy. And if you weighed and measured 19 of those meals, that would be 97% accuracy. And if you're still trying to do it on the other 2 meals, that would be 100% effort. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you see the message I'm trying to get? I repeat myself and I sound like a broken record every single week. The work you do consistently is what will get you the results eventually. You are not owed anything today because you did not think about what you were owed when for how many years and years and years you were doing the work consistently to put all of this weight and create all of these health problems in the process. You were not worried about the result then, so you shouldn't worry about the result now. Everything has to be into the work. If you can go to sleep every single night and say, I checked all the boxes, you won the day. And if every day starts with you asking yourself, what did I do well yesterday? What didn't I do well yesterday? What didn't I do at all yesterday? What needs most improvement? What can I do today to make tomorrow better than yesterday? If you're asking yourself those questions every morning when you wake up, and you actually take action, because it's not just about talking yourself through this. Eventually, action has to follow, okay? Your actions are going to dictate everything, and you could tell everybody what you're trying to do, but if you're not actually doing, you're not trying either. So all of these things come together to create the result you're looking for in the end. It is that simple. People like to make things complex. People like to say, oh, my life is different. Things are different for me. No, it's not different. Either way, you have the same boxes to check I do. Did you track today? Did you weigh and measure today? Did you get out and move today? You're tracking the same, you're checking the same boxes as me. You might have additional boxes, but the 3 we have in common are the 3 that are the most important to check, especially if your goal is to become healthy. So, doing those and making those changes and those adjustments are going to be under your own work, not what you say, what you do. And that's going to be what dictates everything in the long run. Your words are easily taken apart when they don't match up with your actions. You could tell the world one thing, but people can see your actions. And if your actions don't match up, your words mean nothing. And part of the reason why people love the podcast is because they can see that the actions meet the words with 97% accuracy and 100% effort. And it is that simple. Whatever you're doing today, you enjoy yourself and have a great Saturday. I will see you tomorrow. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all.